Rand al'Thor is granted visions of his immediate and ancient when he ventures into Ruidian in the Wheel of Time's latest episode, creating a source of confusion for anyone who's not as versed in the lore. Robert Jordan's The Wheel of Time book series is among the most beloved and prolific titles in the fantasy genre, known for expanding on norms established by J.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings and for providing some of the most detailed, lifelike cultures in the genre. Chief among those cultures is the Ale. The Wheel of Time Season 3 story is primarily an adaptation of The Shadow Rising, and while there are some notable story differences in how the season is playing out, Rand's visions in Episode 4 are almost directly accurate to chapters 25, 26, and 34 of the book. In order to prove himself to the Ale and win over the support of the people of the Dragon, Rand enters Ruidian to understand the history of the Ale people, dating back as far as the Age of Legends, examining some of their most pivotal moments. 5. Janduin. Rand's biological father. Janduin in Wheel of Time. Rand's most immediate ancestor is his biological father, an Isleman named Janduin. Tam al'Thor found Tigraine, Rand's mother, on the slope of the Dragonmount after she had given birth to Rand. Tam took Rand to raise him in the Two Rivers, so what we see in this episode is Janduin finding Tigraine dead and his child missing, causing him to roar in devastation. For additional context, it's worth mentioning that Janduin was the clan chief of the Tardard Ale and that Tigraine was a maiden of the Spear, though she was originally an Andoran noblewoman and the daughter heir to the kingdom. Rand's parents both fought in the Ale War, the final conflict of which was at the Battle of the Shining Walls. This scene from the show sees Janduin stating that he had killed the Oathbreaker, king they were fighting the war against, which would refer to Laman Damodred, because he broke their oaths. His own mother banishes him from the clan in one of the show's most heart-wrenching scenes. Luwin and his friend decide to remain at a close distance, trailing the clan and protecting them from afar. This shows how the Ale became Oathbreakers, dividing the two peoples as the Tuatran, who we saw in Season 1 still practicing the Way of the Leaf, and the modern Ale, known for their excellence in combat. 2. Jonai. During the Breaking of the World. Josh Ostradowski as Rand's ancestor in the Wheel of Time Season 3. Rand's fourth and fifth visions follow Jonai at different points in his life. The first sees Jonai's people after they've suffered a wagon attack. Jonai suggests that they bury the fallen and carry on, intending to take his people across the mountain range known as the Spine of the World to build a utopian city, Ruidian. This sequence shows another divide between the future Ale and the Tuatran. The next sequence shows a younger Jonai watching 10,000 Kora tree saplings being taken out in wagons to preserve them so they can be replanted in the future. This vision takes place during the breaking of the world. His Aes Sedai then tasks him with protecting Sakanan, the white sangreal orb that Moiraine finds in the episode during the present-day timeline. Jonai swears he will defend it with the Way of the Leaf, but we know from previous visions this isn't true, and that his descendants will turn to violence. Rand's final vision is of Charn, a man during the Age of Legend. This era is characterized by sci-fi-like visuals, making it seem like Rand is viewing the distant future, though it's certainly a vision from the past before the breaking. Charn is the assistant to an Aes Sedai named Mirin, whom audiences will recognize as the future Forsaken. Lanfear. Mirin has an ingenious idea to tap into the true power, which she declares to be the most powerful source of magic in the world. Ultimately, by attempting to access the true power, Mirin creates a tear in the world, allowing the Dark One to surface and lead to the breaking. Though the visuals in this sequence are original to the Wheel of Time show, much of the Charn vision is taken from The Shadow Rising.